Okay, so these are for the messages. What do the angel numbers mean? And there are 3 groups to choose from. They all have cards from the same oracle decks, 2 from each deck. The first group over here is Selenite. The second group, I think that this is green obsidian. And then the third group is rose quartz. So let's get started with group 1. In what do the angel numbers mean? Okay. So we have school, we have moonstone, we have Angel Adriana, Angel Fiona, an oracle card that says laughter, and an oracle card that says relax, everything's okay. Okay, first of all, well, something that they are highlighting to me is the swan in this picture over here with laughter. There seems to be one swan, there seems to be like a little duck over here, 2 fairies. It's a very childlike card, and this about laughter, you need a good laugh. I feel a message that definitely is coming through from your angels, your guardian angels, and with regards to the angel numbers, is probably a lot of reflective numbers like 1212 or 2112, like I'm getting that. This one also does give me twin flame vibes. So that's something that they were highlighting to me there. So you may get, and angel number synchronicities are very, well, like all messages that we might get, they are specific to what we are currently dealing with or what's going on in our lives. So a lot of the time, the first type of angel numbers that people get is actually their birthdays. So reflective angel numbers like I was like 1313, I mentioned 1212 already. Those can be identified as twin flame numbers. And if you don't identify as a twin flame or resonate with the twin flame concept, then those reflective numbers are telling you that there are certain things in your life that you need to reflect upon. And one of those things is definitely your intuition. But another one is I can see that you guys are in a place right now where you're trying to make a decision. So this might be about studying with the school card coming up here, but I think that it could generally have to do with career. And with this angel message from Angel Fiona, I do feel like you guys do work with your guardian angels and do consult with your guides, because the message that's coming up here says, now that you've asked your angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. And as I was reading that card, I just saw yin in my mind. So there may be a lot of divine feminines that would have joined this group, because the yin, if I am right, is the feminine side. Especially with moonstone too, because the moon is the feminine side. The moon also coming up here would be one of the message with the angel numbers that you're getting, is that the moon cycles do affect you, or planetary cycles in general. So it's a good idea for you to learn here with school coming up, learn about astrology, and that way you can equip yourself to understand what's going on as the days are shifting, and what's going on with the different retrogrades and the full moon and new moon periods, and what to do and how to handle and how to maximize those times. That's something that your guardian angels are really trying to communicate with you about. But a big thing that's coming through generally is about learning. So you are learning and working your way through a lot of karmic lessons right now. And if you're asking yourself, or you're asking your angels or your spirit guides, why am I going through this current problem? Or why am I struggling so much in this area of my life? For some of you guys, I feel like it's career. For most of you, I feel like the question of why that you're asking has to do with your love life. And I feel like in this group are quite spiritually deep people who really struggle to connect with others. And I feel that what's also coming through from guardian angels is that you probably do get a lot of messages about love and with regards to your love life, but don't often see things manifesting. Something that your guardian angels want you to know is that in terms of our relationships, we don't need to wait until we are in a romantic relationship to work on our love life. Working on the relationships that we are already dealing with in our path right now is one way to get started on that. Or to get going with the healing that you need to do in your relationships in order to open up your love life. So I think what your guardian angels are definitely saying is that in order to fully maximize your learning process, especially when it comes to others in your relationships, remember that we're not necessarily looking for cooperation from the other person or reciprocation. Sometimes that's impossible. Sometimes with the people that we're dealing with, they aren't able to offer us any kind of closure or reasonable conversation. But that doesn't mean that we leave the relationship aside. There's a lot coming up for this group with your relationships. And like I said, for most of you guys, I feel like it has to do with your love lives being blocked. And that has to do with your familial relationships. Especially, I feel like if you guys live in a house with predominantly women, so mostly sisters, I feel like the message coming through there is your siblings and your parents, like the karmic contracts that you need to deal with there are very connected to your love life. You probably experience like maybe a lot of belittling or bullying from your family, and especially with laughter, I think that you often find yourself being at the butt of everyone's jokes, and it's maybe been that way for you like as long as you remember. So there's nothing that you've done to act on, or and I think that you probably have tried to stand up for yourself, and you do often. But I think that when it's a big group of people that are ganging up on you, it becomes very difficult. And I think a lot of the time you just keep to yourself. You're someone that's very inward, and you keep a lot of things to yourself because I feel like you feel a lot of people don't understand what you're going through, which is very true. You seem to be a very sensitive soul. With Moonstone coming up, definitely one of the messages from your archangels, your angel messages, is you need to be working more with crystals and maybe even learning more about crystals and how to work with them. Oh, something that they're also highlighting to me here is the wolf. And I have been personally getting a lot of symbolism of the wolf. That's actually another twin flame thing that I've been noticing in the twin flame connective. With the divine masculine's energy coming through in that wolf form in a very protective way. So, with that being said, for any twin flames that pick this group, I do feel like you are in a space right now where you are exiting the twin flame dynamic and now calling in a soulmate. So this work that you're doing and this reflection that you're doing in your relationships has to do with someone new coming into your life and an upgrade in your love life. This message from Angel Adriana says, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. And I'm really feeling like more than anything through your dreams, especially with Moonstone, because that also refers to the nighttime, right? So that probably is indicating that your guardian angels communicate with you most at night. And maybe if you're also noticing like candles flickering, lights flickering, that kind of thing, I feel like that's also an indication of your archangels around. Another thing that you could be noticing is different scents and smells. That's another sign that your angels are around. Also butterflies. I'm just noticing the butterflies in this card is another example of archangels. There may be some mothers in this group because in this card here with Angel Fiona, if you notice, she has like this kind of like a wrap around her chest. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be, but it makes me think of one of those baby holders. So I feel like there could be some people in here that are either pregnant or maybe have young children, I feel. And messages from your archangels there with that is that I feel like you have children that are quite energetically and psychically sensitive. In fact, there's a lot of imagery here of children in these cards. So that could also be indicating that you need to be working on your inner child. Okay, so let's have a look at some chakra cards so we can see if there's any messages coming through from your archangels about chakra blockages. Let's get to. Okay, we have the solar plexus. And I do feel like your solar plexus chakra is opening. We also have the crown chakra. And we have angels and masters. But I'm not going to take that one because we do already know that we're talking about the archangels here. Let me get one more card. Divine wisdom. Okay. And then over here. Oh, this is this one too. Family. Okay, so I was talking about the family unit earlier. I feel like for a lot of you guys, your family unit or your family home, you don't really feel safe there. And when I feel safe, when I say safe, you probably are bullied a lot and finding yourself having to defend yourself often. So your guardian angels want to remind you that these are karmic lessons that you planned out for yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys may be the older sibling or take on responsibility like the older sibling, or even take on responsibility like a parent even though you aren't a parent. But you guys are very wise. You're very, very wise. You have quite a strong crown chakra. So I also feel like talking about family, I also feel like you may pick up from passed over loved ones, family members, even friends, or whatever the case may be, with this crown chakra being so open and strong. So I think some of the messages from your guardian angels is that you do have mediumship psychic abilities in that crown chakra, and you are very wise. With self-mastery in the solar plexus chakra, the solar plexus chakra is where our chi or life energy force sits. So in this case, your solar plexus chakra, your sense of self is opening up, especially with all the different things that you're learning about yourself, that you're learning about your gifts. And the biggest way for you guys to learn is learn through others and your relationships with others, especially with family. But learning in general, because we got the book, we got school coming up here. And if any of you guys have been asking your archangels for a sign about whether to continue with studies or start with studies or make a change in your career, that's definitely something that I'm picking up quite strongly here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get some more oracle cards, and then these cards, I want to get some oopsie daisy letters and for clarifiers for people who would have picked this group. So we have P, the letter P. We also have Durga Ma, Unawaken. So you still have lots of psychic gifts to open up. Durga Ma again, and marriage. So for someone here who has been praying to your guardian angels to assist you with your marriage or with your relationships, Durga Ma is coming forward because she is an ideal goddess to work with for marriage. Whatever your religion or culture may be, she has an appropriate energy for that kind of healing work. Then we have dream messages coming up, and that we already got. You are getting lots of messages in your dream state. So I would highly recommend that you keep a dream journal. We have R coming up, also separation, and the letter F and G. We have marriage again. So, and Lord Narasimha. So I feel like a lot of you guys are quite worried about your love life, about like, am I gonna, oh my gosh, marriage again, and your potential to marry. Either like, because it is a collective energy reading, there'll be lots of messages here. But some of you are worried about like healing your relationship. But I feel, and here's 222 coming up at the top of the deck, and I communicate through songs. So I feel like for most of you guys, you're worried about your prospects in marriage. Let's see what else. Or your prospects for marriage. Protection needed. So you guys need to do some cleansing. Especially I feel like extended family. Maybe putting like eyes or bad attention on you. Past lifetime marriage. Wow, the word chaser. The word marriage is coming up a lot for this group. So I feel like your archangels, what they want you to know is something that I think you guys pray about a lot is your relationships and your love life. And they are indicating that the messages that they give to you have to do with how to do healing in those relationships. Runner. So we got runner and chaser. Ooh, owl. Don't tell me this is divine masculine. Yes, that's divine masculine. So you, like I was mentioning about the twin flame numbers, that's coming through quite strongly. Chaser, I would, oh my gosh, here's runner right at the top again. So I would be the chaser in my twin flame dynamic. That's why I put the card underneath there. And we have the letter J. Oh, and then I also wanted to get from this deck. Oh, with that being said, you probably get a lot of angel number messages from your twin flame. Sex dreams coming up. What did I wanted to get some angel numbers from this deck. Can I please get some angel numbers? Healthier eating, affair. Angel number 444, awesome. And 666. Oh, that looks like 999 actually. Or maybe both. Sun. Lord Muruga. Protection needed, that's come up already. And it's coming up over family again. Past lifetime marriage, P. E. P-E. Maybe some of you guys are from Port Elizabeth. L. Ple. P-L-E. Oh, that doesn't say ple, that says, I don't know how to pronounce it, but like, it kind of makes me seem, it kind of sounds like someone is trying to say please, like please listen to me. I feel like you guys do have like past lovers that might be returning to you soon, that your guides are trying to warn you of. So here's 555. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So I was gonna say LG, those are my initials, and then I got divine feminine, and then P, and then what is the other one coming through? Lord Narasimha. We have runner. We have Y. We have psychic connection. So I feel 666 N. I feel like a big thing that 333, your guardian angels are trying to help you guys work through is romantic connections in this lifetime. Big time. Oh, divine masculine again. Okay, so now lastly, what I would like to do is read an oracle card for you guys. So the oracle card that I'm gonna read for you today is Moonstone. So let's get that. Okay. This card is asking you to take the time to observe the mysteries around you and within you, such as your dreams, oh my gosh, again, intentions and relationship to the world. Work on honoring your psychic skills. Deepen your intuitive understanding of the sacred through travel, study, connecting with mystical sites, spiritual workshops, observing nature, and discovering the god or goddess within. Moonstone is an enhancer of clairvoyance. This gem represents the High Priestess, keeper of the feminine mysteries and intuition. As you might expect, Moonstone resonates with the moon. It is asking you to connect with your emotions. Open up to the deeper meanings and inner workings of life. Take time to delve into your intuitive state. This card asks you to become attuned to the cycles of the moon. Notice its phases, chart how they affect your body. Moonstone stimulates the functioning of the pineal gland, balancing the hormonal cycles with natural rhythms. So if you struggle with hormonal imbalances, moonstone is actually a crystal that could help with that. It says work with moonstone for revelation of your past lives during dream time. Remember to extend compassion to yourself and others, especially at this time. Unblock and enhance communication with your beloved. You are receiving help with the changes in your life on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. Connect with your clairvoyant and clairsentient abilities, so your psychic abilities. Yeah, and that message perfectly aligns to the messages that we've been getting in your reading. So I hope that all of these messages make sense to you. If you did enjoy them, please leave a like, please subscribe to my page, and let me know what other types of readings you guys would like. Okay, so this is the reading for pile 2. I think I said this was green obsidian, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's see what cards came up for this group. I already saw like a spider in my vision. So maybe you guys have been finding spiders in your house recently. Recently what happened to me is I was cleansing my room and I found a spider behind my dream catcher. And I actually thought it was from my great-grandfather, and here's family culture. So I guess for me that's a confirmation. So I noticed that spider and then it fell on my bed, and I really don't like insects, so it was kind of gross for me. But spiders, they can definitely be ancestors here with family culture coming through. But it also, animals can bring messages to us in their different forms. So for instance, like, you get some creatures that people believe are bad luck, or animals like a black cat. And it's not that it's the black cat itself that has the bad energy, but the black cat that brings the message. But the event would be happening anyway. So a spider could be acting in that kind of way, in that kind of sense, in a symbolic kind of sense. So I'll definitely say go and maybe Google what a spider could be symbolically. I know I have a book somewhere here that could maybe tell us. Let me just grab it quickly. Okay, so it's a dictionary of dreams. Let's check if it's under animals. Spider. I don't see it here. Let me check under S. You guys are obviously getting a lot of messages in your dreams. If I'm checking this dream journal. Oh, 115. SP. That's an angel number that I get a lot, and this is a reading about what messages you get. Oh, here, spiders. See, animals. What? I can check animals. Okay. Why does it say, sorry about this slight delay here. Oh, spiders. To dream of a spider foretells money. Ooh. For a spider to spin its web before your face augurs a fortune. And there's also Archangel Raphael's energy coming up. The spider is a symbol of shrewdness, perseverance, and foresight. To dream of seeing the upper part of a room covered with spiders may be a symptom of a headache. Okay. So that's interesting there with the spider. And I think that you guys definitely need to work more on interpreting messages that are coming through in your dream state. But let's see what's coming through in your oracle cards. So we have family culture, learn more about your family stories and history. So one of the messages that are coming through from your archangels is that you need to connect with your bloodline, because you probably had some bloodline healing to do. So what bloodline healing is, or bloodline karma, it would be karma associated in that side of the family. So you also get bloodline psychic gifts too. Those are cooler to try and like understand or to try and conceptualize rather than the karma. But if you talk about the karma, it's about the lessons that we have to learn in this lifetime. So if I can give you an example, let's say like you notice a family where lots of members in this family have had affairs or been involved in infidelity. That's an example of like maybe a bloodline karma in terms of certain blockages and certain lessons that need to be learned. And like breaking through those cycles is how we break through not only our karma, but karma that we signed up within that bloodline as well. So that's something that's coming up for you guys. And when that's coming up, it's important to connect with ancestors. Wow, I just saw a pregnant belly on this card. So someone that's watching this might be pregnant, but I mean, to me, it looked like at about 6 months, it looked quite developed, more than a pregnancy that you wouldn't know. Then we have wish upon a star. So maybe this person who's pregnant, it's like a miracle baby that you're having, like a baby that you didn't expect to be having at this time and in this way. Make a wish and expect the very best. It also might be that someone's birthday is coming up. Then we have winter, reflection, transition, and release. So it could be that for some of you watching, it could be that you're transitioning into winter, wherever you are in the world. But I think more than that, it's talking about how in winter it's a time of hibernation. So it might be when we work hard, when we set our goals, when we take a lot of time for ourselves, and not hibernation in a time of stalling, but in a time of growing within before we go back out there in the outer world. Perhaps I feel like you guys are very energetically sensitive and probably spend a lot of time by yourself. And then that being said, we have kitchen coming up, creation. Kitchens, I mean, this is kind of making me feel hungry. So with kitchen, maybe you guys need to have a look at what's going on with your diet. That's another message that's coming up from your archangels and from the angel messages that you've been getting. Maybe you need to be preparing healthier foods, even with this green aventure, and that would be like the heart chakra. And maybe you need to be consuming more greener foods, more fresh fruits and vegetables. That will be better for your diet, better for your digestion. And maybe also about getting more intentional about what you eat generally. Like everything is great. I am someone that eats a lot of sugar, so I can't be preaching to anyone to have like a diet where they exclude this or that. But what I'm saying is that I think that the earth plane is a place of experience. So especially with food, I think it's something that we can really use to connect with the feeling of desire. And I think that's something that's coming up for you guys with kitchen and from your archangels, is that they want you to connect with food in a different way. That will also be very good for your sacral chakra. Okay, and then we have a message from Angel Chantal, which says new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. That's awesome. So some of your angel numbers have to do with lovers, that relationships that you're in right now. I definitely feel like some of you guys are in relationships, especially with that pregnant belly that I saw, and maybe some of you guys are trying to get pregnant right now, and that might be a message that's coming through for you too. But I think that with this angel Chantal, there's a very sensual energy about her. So I feel if you're trying to work with Kundalini and sexual energy, working with your angels is recommended. And or working with different goddesses that might exude that kind of energy is recommended. Also a good way to open up the sacral chakra. That's coming up a lot for you guys. And then we have Angel Azure, which says your desired outcomes will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. I feel like this one is coming up for those of you guys who are applying for jobs, and also like whether it be that you're looking for your first job or you're looking to change jobs. That's like an energy that's coming up. I feel like you guys pray a lot. I also do feel like there are people in this group that also pray to their ancestors. I did talk about the ancestral line a lot, so yeah. And then I want to get some Akashic record cards, which I actually didn't do in the other group. Oh yeah, I just saw Archangel Michael. That's exactly why I wanted to get it. Okay. We got one of keys, the Architect. But I'm not going to take these because they didn't fall out right. Let me say if I take, whoopsie daisy. Okay, that one was like, there's no choice there. That really flew off the deck. Oh wow, we got the King of Keys. And it's coming up in reverse. Okay, one more. Let's just do this one more time. Just to kind of slow down the energy a bit here. Oh, it's one of keys again. So I'm going to take that. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's really interesting. So in these cards over here, what I always say with tarot that's a good tip is with the court cards or with any characters, like in any people cards, look at the gaze. So you see her eyes are down, she's looking straight at us, she's looking to the side, lots of she, so a lot of female energy that's been coming up. But in the Akashic record cards, we have the One of Keys. So this is the Architect. Hopefully you guys can see it better this way. And then we also have the King of Keys, but this card is coming up reversed. So what I'm seeing over here is that you guys are definitely getting over someone, a past love in your love life. For those, well, this won't be this won't apply to everyone, but maybe even if you are in a relationship, maybe you need to visit a past relationship that you need to release karmically. But something where someone was very cruel to you in the way that they didn't allow maybe communication to happen, and it wasn't a fair situation, and it was very kind of like out of the plans. It wasn't something that you expected. That's something that I'm getting, and I feel from your archangels what's coming through is that they're saying that you need to heal from your past. But with One of Keys, the Architect coming up, I also feel like you guys need to be tapping into your Akashic records, learning about the ancient pyramids of Giza and what the Akashic records is about. I also feel like, again, you might have a returning lover with this King of Keys coming up in reverse. Because I know that in this card, in the description, it talks about the king. Well, actually, let's read it. What does it mean in reverse? Oh, keys. Okay. And it's on 211. So if you guys are getting that angel number, that's coming through for this group. So it says the King of Keys. Oh, I was reading the upright. Let's read the reverse. With this card reverse, you may have some difficulties with a man at work. It could also be a loss of a job or distancing in a relationship for you or a man you know. The success you seek may be eluding you right now, or you may be making a great effort without seeing it pay off. At this time, focus on understanding how your life's purpose can complement your career directives. When you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to undertake. Whether you are a man or a woman, the King of Keys reversed might indicate a man of commerce who is stepping away from work or who is not available to you. Okay, so let's get some Akashic record cards. Chakra cards. Just two. Ooh. So I did mention the heart chakra, and it's coming up with play with dolphins, and we have dream. That's why I was like making that sound, because I mentioned about the dream world that you're getting lots of messages there, and also forgiveness for the heart chakra. So I do feel like in this case, to forgive others for hurting us, we get to release pain. So in that case, it's something that you guys are saying you need to do to open up your heart chakra. But with play, that's an indication that you are under a lot of stress, and it is a recommendation for you to find ways to release your anxiety, like meditation or maybe some relaxing calming music. But let's see what's coming up in these cards. Asia, and we also have Zeus. So maybe you guys are dreaming about like Asia, or like, I don't know, it came up over dream, or maybe that's like something that you've been thinking about where you want to travel. Currently in separation. Then we have January, and sacred karmic contracts activated. That makes sense for this relationship that we were talking about. And we have also Kundalini awakening coming up, and Asia again. Oh, maybe there's some people watching in Asia. That would be cool. And if that's you, let me know. And we have Goddess Lakshmi coming up here, and upcoming ships in Korea. And ancient Rome, so maybe you need to connect with ancient Roman guides, and it was ancient Greece that came up there. Now we're going to have a look at some initials to get some identifiers of who might be coming through. Okay, we have twin flame, so maybe some of your angel numbers have to do with the twin flame. That literally flew out, 999, so ending cycles with a twin flame, or 999 is just an angel number that you do get. Astral communication. So one of the things that your angels want to tell you is that they are communicating with you astrally. We also have W, or it could be an M. We have T. We have travel. 222. Chaser. Oopsie. Ooh. Maybe this is supposed to go here. I guess I have a lot of twin flames that tune in. H. We have H coming up. Fire. And I was just thinking of a song, Hot Stuff. I can't even get the lyrics. I don't want to sing again, but then fire came up, so I just heard something about a song with lyrics with hot stuff. Let me just say that. And then it says, I communicate through TV series, your archangels. I communicate through social media posts. So your archangels are communicating with you a lot in many different ways. Psychic connection coming up. Ooh. Wow. Okay. That was my fault. Those kind of just like fell out of my hand. We have I dream of you often and sex dreams. We have Shiva Shakti, F. We have A. We have spirit babies, karmic ties. We have 888, Sai Baba, 999. We have incoming call, text message, Lord Ganesha, Moon, 999 again. We have divine masculine. We have B. Beat it. Just beat it. So maybe someone is gonna come. Maybe someone is gonna approach you guys and you'll be like, beat it. I think of you often. And M for Michael Jackson. Okay, that made me laugh. But cleansing and union. This also makes me think of Tam, TM, because my sister's nickname is Tam. So maybe you guys have someone that you know that's name is Tammy, or here we have Kalima. For signs, for what do you call it, star signs, let's see what we have coming up for this group, which I also didn't do for the first group. Let's just do a couple. Okay, we have Libra, we have Leo, there's also something called Juno relationships coming up. Well, actually, let's get a... Ooh, Venus. So we have some Taurians here. And we have Mars, Scorpio. Nice. Nice energy. So I wanted to read one of these oracle cards. I think the one that I'm going to do is kitchen. Let's see what it says in the book. It's time for you to start creating new dishes, such as relationships or opportunities to feed yourself. Start assembling the ingredients for your goals or spicing things up. The kitchen card symbolizes the place where you cook, create, socialize, and nourish yourself. Okay, additional messages. Close friends and family members are there to comfort and support you. Ask them for assistance. Clean up your environment by removing clutter, employing feng shui, donating items you no longer need. External disorder is reflected in your internal life. Add variety to your daily social routines. And we have angel number 66 coming through as well. Yeah, so I think that's about it that's coming through for this group. I hope that the messages resonated. If they did, please like and subscribe to my channel. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comments what resonated and what you'd like to see more of, even maybe what you'd like to see less of. Okay, so this is the third and final group, the rose quartz. Let's see what cards are coming up for you guys. You have fire opal, happy thoughts, forgive, Archangel Raphael, and the forgive coming up. So lots of heart chakra stuff. Angel Rosetta and dolphin. Wow, lots of heart chakra stuff coming up for this group. So you guys are under a lot of stress right now. You guys are probably people who are emotionally, financially, or both supporting like a family and supporting a lot of people around you, and you're under a lot of strain right now. So it's something that your guides want you to be aware of, like in terms of giving back to yourself and not like draining out your wells to try and provide for others, because it's that whole analogy about the oxygen mask in an airplane. If you don't fix on your mask first, then you're never going to be able to help others. I also think that for your anxiety, what your archangels and the angel number messages are saying is that you need to find ways and also make time to deal with your anxiety. Like with breath coming up here, doing some deep breathing exercises and meditations, that might be something that might be useful. If you struggle with meditation, maybe start with just some calming music. And I think like the biggest mistake that people make with meditation, or sometimes like whatever goals we might set for ourselves, is that when we set unreasonable expectations for ourselves, and we easily get disappointed when we don't reach those goals. So be reasonable with yourself in terms of the time and energy that you have to give to that meditation. And also, like anything, it's something that you build skill with as you become consistent. So that's important too. So this message here from Angel Rosetta says, you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. There is a lot coming up here about the family, because Archangel Raphael definitely also is a angel that comes through for family healing, and like I said, associated with the heart chakra. And this message says, I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. So definitely many empaths in this group. And I think with that being said, you guys do, like, you are constantly soaking up the energy around you. So it's also important for you to work on releasing that energy. And I feel like being around children or animals is very healing and therapeutic for you guys. It helps with the heart chakra. Then with fire opal, we have sensuality and confidence coming up. So I feel like that's also the sacral chakra that's coming through. I feel that for most, I think that in this group there is a variety. I feel some of you are single, and then I'm also picking up some of you guys like married with kids, but not really any new couples. And why I'm saying that is because it feels like It's time to connect with sensuality again, and that doesn't have to be with a partner, but with your relationship with yourself. That's going to be really good for opening up your sacral chakra, and that's a message that's coming through from your guardian angels too. So let's get some cards here. So for the first group, I used chakra cards. For the second group, I used Akashic Record cards, and I think I'm gonna grab some classic tarot cards for this group and see what's coming through. In terms of what do the angel numbers mean? Whoa. 2 9s in a row. That's crazy. So you guys are definitely seeing lots of 9s, and 9s remind me of the goddess, so the divine feminine, but also it has to do with ending cycles. Let's get one more. The 5 of Earth. Okay, so messages that are coming through from your archangels is a lot has to do with your empathic psychic abilities with the Empress coming up. And I think that's something that your guides really want you to be aware of, is how you give your energy to others and your boundaries, because I feel like you're feeling quite emotionally overburdened right now, and you really need to be careful about where you're putting your energy. I also feel like things in your own reality at this time are quite tough. You're trying to make shifts, and you're probably feeling quite lonely while feeling like you need to be supporting many others. So it's difficult for you. I think I'm picking that up here with happy thoughts. And there's also a castle in this card, and recently in the collective energy, I have really been channeling into that castle and temple vibe. So for those of you that maybe have had past lifetimes as royalty, but I guess the castle also makes me think of crown, like the crown chakra. With happy thoughts, it says to feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. That also makes me think of a gratitude journal. When you start a gratitude journal, or when you practice gratitude every day, then that positively affects your manifestations, and it allows new things to be brought into your reality, the new things that you are wishing and praying for. So speaking about that, it's important with this transformation card, or otherwise known as the death card. It's important when we're moving forward and when we're asking for new things, or we kind of like praying for new relationships or a better job, we have to be able to leave behind those things that we have outgrown. That's very important. I'm also seeing right now like a garland in front of a door. So what I understand about that is it's to kind of invite good energy in, and also to invite the deities into your home when you put a garland by your door. So if you've been thinking about that, or you're moving home, that's a message that's coming up for you. And also, just when we invite the deities into our home, then they can also protect energy in our home. So I think for this group, what's coming through for your archangels is they would like you to create an altar space for your guides and whoever you work with, so that you can charge your crystals, your energy tools, your bracelets, a place where you can pray and meditate, that kind of thing. With Fortune's wheels coming up, I feel like, and I actually want to read the message for this card. And I haven't read out of this book in such a long time, and these cards have such lovely messages in it. The Fortune's Wheel is a lovely card, and this card itself has beautiful artwork on it. Let me show it to you guys here, if you can hopefully see it. It says, Fortune's Wheel, destiny meets synchronicity. Okay, that makes sense, because we're talking about angel number synchronicities, angel number messages. I am in awe to experience many meaningful coincidences that prove to me that Spirit has my back. These lucky breaks and moments when things just turn out perfectly show how we're all connected. My gamble will pay off when I trust my co-creative partnership with Spirit. My destiny is obvious to me right now. So I do feel like you guys are in a place where you are quite good at interpreting messages from spirit in terms of who it's coming from and what the message itself is. You guys seem to be people that are quite in tune with yourself. But I think that nevertheless, something that you struggle with is boundaries, and you struggle to say no to people. And especially as your role as a healer, you feel like you need to give to others. So that is a little bit problematic. It is something that's it drains out your energy. And you need to be spending time with more people or in more situations where your energy can be recharged and is not being taken from. I don't know if some of you guys are thinking about changing your hair, maybe the hair color, or getting a haircut, or getting a blowout or something like that, but I am getting that energy coming through. So that might be a message from one of your angel numbers, or message from your archangels generally. And then also your guides want me to highlight to you some places that you could be noticing angel numbers. So obviously your phone with the time, then you get Instagram with likes, and you get billboards, you get number plates, you get like different screens that you might read with different statuses. There's an endless amount of possibilities where we could be seeing angel numbers. Where else can I think of? Oh, I actually totally forgot about these dice. Like, I was meant to use them in group 1 and 2. I brought them up to my altar to see what dominant numbers are coming up. But I also see number 3 coming up for you guys. But let's see. We have 2, so you guys may be seeing a lot of angel number 2. We have 5. 5s are about change. 4s are about foundation. What else? 6. 6 is always making me feel good with the dice, and 2 again, so definitely lots of 2s coming up, and 1. I think that 2s are about they're about balance, they're about union, they're about polarity. 3 again, 5, 4. But I guess with dice it's not really that great because it only goes up to 6, but I thought it would be a good idea. Okay, well, let's also get some cue cards and see what's coming through. Oopsie daisy. I send messages through feathers. 999. We have also the letter S coming up. And I just heard Sarah on my mind. We have exercise. We have V. VS, Victoria's Secret. We have P. Or PS, like a secret. Or those PS bars. PS, I love you. Maybe you have a passed over loved one coming through that wants to say PS, I love you. We have hydrate and water. Wow, that's crazy. So maybe there's some water signs in this group. And proposal and moon. Wow, that's a lot of watery energy. Maybe lots of Pisces and Cancer coming up in this group. G. Healthier eating. Soulmate. So you might have messages from your angels about a soulmate. Messages about travel as well. Mother Earth, so to ground. And a lot of green related guides. You. Let's get 2 more on the side. Red string, so you might be Hindu. And we have the letter E, L, and twin flame. Oh, and Rana. I like to see, oh, and 222. I like to see what, and we have M. This one, my puppy chew the corner of the card. Which is funny because usually even if I drop my cards on the floor, she doesn't chew them. She just kind of knows that they're off bounds. So I don't know why she decided to do that specific one. And what's actually crazy is that I have a picture on my altar that she also chewed the corner of like that. And the picture of is someone, in the picture it's someone named Maria, and then this is an M. So that was actually someone that looked after me when I was little. So maybe you guys definitely do have passed over loved ones coming through for you. And I just actually want to get some cards to see who it is that might be coming through. Because remember, this message is about angel numbers. So I guess guardian angels are also one. Wow, we have 2 aces coming up. That's amazing energy. So I feel like for some of you guys, we do have like a grandmother coming through. I feel like I'm hearing Sangati or something like that. If that resonates with anyone, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, to be honest. I probably totally botched that. But with 2 aces, that's really good energy. But we just want to get a clarity on who else might be coming through. I'm definitely picking up the energy of a mother, because we have the Queen of Swords coming up, and it may have been like a mother that you struggled with abandonment issues in this lifetime, that you lost, a mother or grandmother for that matter. And we have the Ace of Swords again. So meditation is really important for this group. And the 2 of Cups keeps on coming up. So the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So that means that I feel like some of you guys are going through separations in your marriage or in your relationships. And you have grandparents coming through that are just reassuring you that you have their support. Okay, now let's have a look at, in this book, we're going to look at Fire Opal. So it says sensuality, confidence. Fire Opal's energy opens the channels to creativity, passion, confidence, and sensuality. This is the time to connect with pleasure by blending more love into your experience. Let go of shyness, fear, or shame holding you back. Allow yourself greater enjoyment by releasing self-conscious feelings. This gem resonates with your sacral chakra, which relates to physical desires. This card encourages you to do things that help you feel sensual. Listen to music, light candles, burn incense, wear red, or decorate your bedroom. Anything that sets the mood. Your self-confidence will grow when you allow your sensuality to be unleashed. And it says, stimulate your creative self-expression through the balancing of yin and yang energies. Feel confident in your abilities. They will help many people. Meditate on Fire Opal, giving free rein to your curiosity, sense of discovery, artistic creativity, and physical energy. It is time to check on the health of your circulatory and nervous systems. Okay, yeah, so those are all the messages that I have coming up for this group. I hope that you enjoyed them and that they resonated with you. And if they did, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments of different kinds of videos or pick a card readings that you might want me to do.